So please join me in reading. On the top of page 7, a prayer for the end of hiding. Holy One, we stand before you, aware of the loss of integrity we suffer due to our fears of being cast out of the wider society. We often feel forced into a dishonest presentation of ourselves, to ourselves and others. That part of our soul, which is called queer, that feels we must pretend to be something that we are not. And that part of our soul, which is Jewish or faithful in one way or another, yet feels we must alienate ourselves from our spirituality, our tradition, and our community to win wider acceptance. In our fear, we allow our identity and integrity to be fractured. Holy One, we ask that our hiding draw to an end, that we no longer feel we have to pretend, to promise falsely, to renounce ourselves, and that our fullest creative expression as Jews and as LGBT people be among the blessings you bestow upon us. So you'll notice there's a Seder plate in front of you. We've already hit 2 of these symbols, the bread and, of course, the ribbons. And on this night, because we're celebrating the ongoing process of our still to be fully realized liberation, this Seder is different from, and yet reminiscent of, other Seders in our tradition. We will hear echoes from the weekly Shabbat Seder, as well as the Passover and Tu B'Shvat Seders. However, as we follow our community's passage from oppression, shame, and denigration to liberation, pride, and celebration, the order of this Seder will necessarily be different. We are in the midst of forging our own place within the tradition of our ancestors. So, as I've noted, on every table is a Seder plate. The foods and objects that you see on this plate represent both the joys and the hardships of queer Jewish life. They include
exotic fruits, kumquats. Sometimes we are called the fruit people, and while it is meant as an insult, tonight we take it as a blessing in disguise. A recognition of the breadth of God's creation, and we take it as an opportunity to open up to the sweet and the tart in all of us. Thoreau said, "People talk about the Bible because there are no miracles in their lives. Cease to gnaw that crust. There is ripe fruit over your head." Let us read. Tonight, we honor
the strange fruit that is ripe with a possibility of miracles. Tonight, we recognize there is more than just one way to be fruitful and multiply. Tonight, before we taste, we hesitate and remember the fear and hostility many feel when faced with something they think is new, strange, different, forbidden. Tonight, we open to the miracle and begin to taste the sweet fruits born of the seeds of liberation planted by our LGBT forebears. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri ha'etz. So please eat your kumquats.
The pink triangle. The pink triangle. Under the Nazis, homosexuals wore a pink triangle in the work camps, as Jews wore the yellow star. Today, gay men and lesbians wear this as a symbol of our commitment to justice for all. Rabbi Alexander Schindler has said, a generation ago, many in this room would have been wearing the pink triangle as a badge of shame and a mark of death. Today, we wear it as a badge of honor and resistance and identity. Together, blessed are those who have been marked in all times and all places. May they always be remembered through us and our lives.